Hi, today I'm going to discuss 8 tips that's going to help you score 8 plus in IELTS. My name is Anindita and let's begin the 8 tips. Number 1. Take your own time to answer. Now, as you all know that you get 20 minutes for task 1 in IELTS writing and 40 minutes for task 2 in IELTS writing. Now remember this, once you read the question, do not directly get into writing. It is very important that you take your own time, plan what you're going to write and then start. Remember, the more you plan, the more clarity you have in your thoughts, the more marks you will get. Number 2, structure. It is very important for you to follow the particular structure that IELTS recommends you. For example, for your task 1, if you're writing a letter, remember to divide your letter into 7 halves. Which are the 7 halves? Please go through the remaining videos to see the structure of task 1. If you're writing task 2, remember to divide your essay into 4 paragraphs. Introduction, body A, body B and then conclusion. Tip 3. Word count. Now, you might not have the time to sit and count each and every word in your essay. So I'll give you 2 tricks to resolve that issue. Number 1, just now count the number of words in the first sentence and then count the number of sentences. Multiply them, you will have an average of your word count. Number 2, make sure that you practice enough during your preparation time to understand how many sentences make say 100 words or 150 words or 250 words in your handwriting. So the 2 tricks are, first, you can simply count the number of words in your first sentence, multiply it with the number of sentences that you wrote. And number 2 is always practice enough to understand how much in your handwriting actually makes 150 words and 250 words. Tip number 4. Paraphrasing is very important in IELTS. Now remember this, you get marks in IELTS for your range of vocabulary. So make sure that you know enough synonyms to paraphrase or rewrite the entire question. The more number of vocabulary you can show or exhibit to the examiner, the more marks you get in terms of vocabulary. Number 5, use formal language. Now, IELTS is a typically academic test when it comes to writing. When I say academic, what I mean is IELTS predominantly advocates the use of academic language. And for that reason, always use a formal language. For example, if you have to write a sentence saying, respond as soon as possible, it is always better that you say, respond at the earliest. Why? Because at the earliest is more formal than as soon as possible. Coming to contractions, please do not use contractions. For example, if you have to write words like can't, don't, isn't, please use the full form. Cannot, do not, is not. Tip number 6. Tip number 6 and one of the most important tips in IELTS is examples. Now, as a part of your question, it will clearly say, please give examples from your own experience. Now remember this, even if you have no experience in that particular topic, remember to create an example and then give, because if you do not give examples, you do not get marks. Tip number 7, no bullet points. Now remember this, whenever you have to write an essay or a letter, do not add bullet points in the writing. Instead, write it in a paragraph format saying firstly, secondly, thirdly and so on, and the last one write finally. Tip number 8. The last tip that is equally important is about sentential range. Now what do I mean by sentential range? I mean the range of sentences that you can use. Now when you are writing, remember to use all the kinds of tenses, but do not jump tenses in between the sentence. What you can do is, you can flip the sentence, active passive. How? For example, if you have a sentence like Ram killed Ravana, Flip the sentence. Ravana was killed by Ram. Similarly, use this method while you are practicing. Make sure that you practice how to flip sentences. So these 8 tips are surely the most important ones to help you score an 8 plus in IELTS. All the best. Hope this video will help you score a 7 plus in IELTS. For more such videos, please subscribe to Digital Brolly. Thank you.